All right, traders, welcome. It's Friday, August 30th, 2024. It's the last trading day of this month, and I gotta say, goodbye, August. Geez, I don't know what to say about this month. Terrible month, trading for us. However, I think we got better. So I think all of this, anytime you're losing money or you have a couple bad trades or something like that, if you at least take away some of the whys of maybe what you did wrong or what you could have done better, and you actually put those to use and make something of it, okay, then I think you're going to get better at anything that you're doing, especially when it comes to trading. We always learn from, every loss is an opportunity to learn. Gains, not so much. People win and they don't really learn anything from winning as much. You really learn when you're faced with some adversity or challenges, and we certainly had a couple of those in the month of August, and I think we're better for it. I'm more excited now to trade out the rest of this year and the next couple of years coming. I feel I'm better prepared and a better trader than I was 30 days ago. And if you're feeling the same way, then you got something out of this. If you're ending this month and you're just feeling defeated and I don't want to trade anymore and I hate this, it doesn't work, and blah, 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 this strategy sucks, I hate this, and blah, 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 then you've got nothing out of it. You've got nothing to show for it. And hopefully that's not your mindset. And I know we've got a lot of traders that way in our Discord service as well. But here, I just want to share my story with you. So as you're tracking along with me here on YouTube, I've been upfront with you on the good days and the bad days. We've had a lot more good days than we've had bad days, and we've had great months and very few down months at all. And last month, the month of July, was the greatest trading month we've ever had, period. Okay, that was my best trading month, bar none. Had a great month. So you're going from the thrill of victory, best month of trading ever in July, to the agony of defeat, probably the worst month trading ever here in August. And really, all of it came down to was one flipping bad day, okay, where we took some losses because, we were just oversized a bit. We had too many similar style trades on, and we really didn't hedge those extra spec trades. So it got us, and we'll learn from that. We'll move on. What did we learn, here, and what did you learn? Okay, if you had a great month or a bad month, what did you learn from this month? I want you to just think back and look, and I want you to write down like 2 or 3 takeaways if you could. Give me 3 things that you took away from this month. What are the 3 key takeaways from this month if you struggled or if you had a great month? What did you do right? What did you do wrong? But what were the keys? For me, got to go all the way back to August 5th on the Volmageddon day when volatility exploded 300% to the upside, which forced us to stop out of a handful of trades. But it really was the fact that I had duplicate spec trades on that weren't really hedged. Okay, I was hoping to get out of those, let those simmer and soak, and I thought, oh, we'll be able to use these to add some some negative delta. I think it'll protect us if we go down. We just didn't make it. Okay, we got hit with a volatility explosion there, and it took us out of those extra trades. The long-term 112 trades, though, they hung in there pretty well, and we managed to keep most of those running, and we'll be pulling some of those off starting next week, it looks like. We're almost at 90% on the naked puts on the oldest one. I didn't pull the trigger today at like 88%. I'm going to wait till next week. We'll see what happens, but we'll start September off, hopefully, on a positive note. So number 1, watch your number of naked puts, okay? Not just your sizing of each individual trade. Even though you're within your buying power constraints, watch how many naked puts that you have on. If you're trading ES, S&P, SPY, SPX, any of those things, any other stocks, okay? Just because you sized each individual trade properly doesn't mean that if I have too many trades on of the same style that I haven't really increased my risk. I knew it. I just didn't prepare as well as I should have for it. That was takeaway number 1. Takeaway number 2 is My hedges were pretty good. I like what I did. I just need to add a little bit more, something to give me a little bit more of an edge when it comes to volatility hedging. And hopefully we've put something on with our regenerating put fly that we're doing. If that seems to work, we're going to see. It's new. It's going to take a couple months for that thing to really get going. We're going to put another one on Monday, so we'll keep that volatility hedge going. I like it because it's immediately giving me some positive vega, and it's a trade that can't lose no matter whether the markets go up or down. Typically, it's a great trade. So couple that with the 14 DTE hedge that we normally do, I feel like we're in pretty good shape. So number one, watch your sizing of overall trades, even if you're within your own buying power. You don't want to have too many blank naked puts on, even if they're sized individually correctly, number one. Number two, just pay attention, make sure you have your hedges on, and I guess not just defending Delta with your hedges, but you also got to keep an eye on your volatility and Vega hedge a little bit there too. So those are really my two key takeaways. And I'm still a trader. This is not an investing channel. If you're tuning in to me here, hopefully you're tuning in to see how my journey is going, what I'm trading. You know I love the 112 trade or the 11X trade. Okay, that's been a fantastic trade for years. It's going to continue. Why would I throw away something that has been so fantastic to me over the years? Certainly won't do that. Just got to make sure that we tweak it a bit, make sure we account for other things that maybe we haven't seen before. And volatility exploded here to an extent that we've only seen it 3 other times in history. In the entire history of the market, it's only happened 3 other times. So, you know what? I guess we got to prepare for it in case it happens a 5th time. So, we'll keep an eye on that. But learning from your trades, the goods and the bads, just trying to tweak them a little bit more. And I'm going to continue to diversify by strategy. My second favorite strategy was Strangles. I'm struggling to find Strangles right now, which is not helping me this month where I want to get more trades back on. So I want to start earning more of that income back off. And I'm really struggling to find good Strangle trades right now. I spend time with you guys in the evenings going through the different charts. There's just not a lot of Strangle charts, in my opinion, out there, at least not set up the way I like it. I don't like the way the S&P ES is set up. That's not really a Strangle trade for me. I don't really like the way bonds are acting. Not a good Strangle trade, at least not right now. Not at least on the 10-year note. The 10-year bond or the 30-year bond, I think it's getting close. So we might be looking to put a Strangle on there. I really don't like gold. Okay, it's getting a little toppy or just too aggressive momentum to the upside. I don't like oil right now. It's setting up okay for a Strangle. A little concerned on the downside. Pretty good down day today. I think we might be pretty close on putting on a Strangle on oil. So that should start to play out next week, but it hasn't been a good trade for a while. Copper has surfaced as a decent Strangle trade. I tried to get one on all day today. It wouldn't fill. Even though it looks like I got the right pricing in there, I'm not going to reach for it right now. We'll do it on Monday. So copper looks like a good opportunity, but really have not had good Strangle trade setups. And then my favorites, which is typically all Forex, the Aussie dollar and the British pound or the euro. Those 3 particular trade setups have been terrible for Strangles. Okay, they're on a roll to the upside. The U.S. dollar's falling. Not good setups. So of the 2 trades that I'm most reliant on, which is the 112 and Strangle trades, the 112, we lost some. We had to put it back on. So obviously we have to wait until some of these mature a little bit more. And some of these that we did keep on, and the older ones, well, they're almost time to start coming off, but they've been slowly repairing themselves for weeks now. So I really haven't been able to close as much. So what have I done in the meantime to make money? Because I got to wait a little bit more for the 112s to recover. And I can't find Strangle trades. We've added a couple different things to the arsenal here. We've relied a little bit more on 0 TTE recently. We've also relied on put credit spreads a lot more recently. So putting on some different types of trades just to keep generating, because I'm a trader and my goal here, I'm still looking to make 2.5%, 3%. If I can make 3% a month, that's my goal. In order to do that, you're going to have to take on some risk. If the risk is not something you're comfortable with, it's all good. There's a million things you can do out there. In my lazy trader account, lower risk. Okay. It's not trading futures. We're not using span margin. We are still doing some naked puts on SPY, but we're doing a lot of defined risk credit trades, and we're doing a lot of poor man's covered calls, which are positive Vega trades. So a lot less risk there, but I'm not looking for 3%. Okay. I'm just looking to get a 1.5% a month or something like that from it. And we're going to show you exactly how we finished the month of August in that account. So 1.5% is our goal. Smoked it this month, and we'll talk about exactly what happened. All right, so analyze your trading, take a look at your wins and your losses, figure out what went right, what went wrong. Can you make some tweaks? We made some slight tweaks to the 1-1X trades, our bear trap trades there. We took a little bit of risk off there. We've moved a couple things around. The setups are a little bit different, but we're right back in and we're not giving up on them. I didn't change anything on Strangles, just relying a little bit more on put credit spreads. I'm still doing 1-1-2s on futures if I can find the good setups to do that. So let's get in and take a look at the accounts, and we'll spend some time there. We'll let you guys go because it's the holiday weekend. I'm sure you want to get going and don't want to watch me here on a Friday. I also have a great podcast episode with Tony Rehan, or Tony from Mexico. He and I got together today for another great session, talk a little bit about the August issues, talk a little bit about where we think the market's heading, and had some fun as well. So check that out. I'll probably be posting that later on today or tomorrow, potentially, so you can see what Tony and I are up to. Okay, but in the meantime, let's take a look at the account here. And let's see how we finished this month of August. All right, so ended the month kind of the way we began the month, and that was kind of on a sour-ish note. So overall, 378 on the delta, 771 on theta. Both are okay, nothing wrong with there. Net lick dropped a little bit today, mainly because we took a loss on a 0 DTE trade. So we had only lost, I think, 4 0 DTE trades for over 7 months. We've lost 2 this month, or 2 this week. Right? So 2 losses this week. Today was another one. The markets just kept selling, 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 selling. As soon as we got out and stopped, which you knew it would happen, the markets reversed and ended the day higher. Turns out we would have had a winner, which is pretty typical. It's just that if it says stop at a 2x loss, I'm stopping at a 2x loss. I'm not going to risk going to 3x or 4x loss just to watch that thing reverse, because the time I ignore my rules is the time it doesn't reverse, and we just keep selling off. Even though I felt some good opportunities for window dressing later today, end of the month, people will be putting some trades on, especially some bigger names, wanting to get back into NVIDIA and Microsoft and Amazon and some of those particular trades. And all of those were up today with the exception of Apple. All right, so BP usage still remains in great shape here. 38.73 to the downside. Let's take a quick look at what that was. Really wasn't that bad as one trade, but let's see. So we did put a put butterfly on. We took it off, made a whole $23, or I'm sorry, we made a whole $60 on that, sorry. Not a big deal. Market kind of blew past our butterfly, so we were actually able to get out for a small winner, took in $60. Here's our 0 DTE trade. Overall here, let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger for you guys to read. All right, so here's our 0 DTE trade, a 2x loss. Stopped pretty much right exactly at 2x. There, it was a put spread, which reversed itself and would have been fine, but we had to stop out, which really sucked. We also took technically a realized loss, even though it's not a loss, on a put debit spread, part of a 1-1-2 trade. We'd already taken the profits on the naked put. In this case, it's just watching the put debit spread close. So it really wasn't a loss, but it is a loss on paper, or on technically, so we got to record that. And then we did also have a hedge trade. I don't know why it's green. Hedge trades are always pretty much losers. So as always, our 14 DTE hedge pretty much just comes off worthless. I guess it's good because if we needed it, the market would be tanking. I hate just watching this at the end of every 2 weeks that we take a loss, but we took a loss on the hedge. No big deal. It is what it is. On that, you got to have hedges. You got to have your insurance on. All right, so there's where we were. What has worked though over the last couple of weeks? Because if you know, I think the thing I'm most excited of is looking over these last couple of weeks, except for today. Okay, we've really been right back in the saddle, making good trades since the 21st. Really getting these, having these trades coming off. And if we look back, you know, what do we got? We got a 0 DTE winner. We got a put spread in the Aussie dollar. We got a put spread in copper. We got a put spread winner in gold. We got another 0 DTE winner, another 0 DTE winner, then a 0 DTE loser. Okay. Then a gold strangle came off for a winner. And then we closed one of our naked puts for a winner and a 0 DTE winner as well yesterday before today. So overall, we're right back in it. Okay. If you look at our charge, we were up $25,000 last month. That was the best month we ever had at $25,000 a month. We lost several times that this month. We'll be back at it here. Hopefully get back to even by January or better. So not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to keep trading, keep being consistent. All right, let's take a look at the Lazy Trader account. So this account at the end of this month ended up pretty nicely. It's really only been on for 30 days plus 3. So 33 days in here. We ended up this week with a great week, $2,145 to the good. Booked some trades over the last 2 days. Overall, $5,396 in this account. We are now just off our all-time high at 209,533. So we're $500 off the all-time high, roughly, maybe $1,000. It's pretty good there. So this account sitting there in perfect shape at all-time highs. Right? We are up now almost 6%. Okay, in 33 days. So even though the goal here is, potentially to be looking at something, in the neighborhood of 1.5%, 2%. Okay, we're doing pretty well. I know our P&L, according to the strategy builder, is higher than that, but I'm really not necessarily targeting this 3%. It just happens to be working out that way. We have a little bit more on the put and poor man's covered calls than maybe we normally would. About $41,000 worth of BPs where we have allocated for that. And if we take a look at the trades right now, we're sitting right around 40,000. So we're right on the money on these accounts. So we're in really good shape. Let's just take a quick look before we send you off for the weekend. Let's just run through the account quickly. So now you can see what we're doing. Having a great month in the Lazy Trader account. Better than our active trading account, but it's all good. We'll get that money back. And either way, we're going to keep plowing ahead, learning and getting better every single day, which is what I love about this opportunity to be trading and hopefully sharing my goals with you guys. All right, let's just jump in and take a quick look at the account. Here, this is what we have on actively right now. You can see pretty good day overall today. On the Aussie dollar, we have a strangle. That thing is down $17. That's it. Okay, so that thing's pretty much just flat, doing nothing. Then in oil, we're sitting on a naked put, which is up. And we're also sitting on a 112, which is up 50%. So both of these trades are up on oil. Even with oil falling, we're doing pretty good on it. In ES, we've got really this is our Vega hedge, doing totally fine, nothing to do with that. It's too early in the trade. We've got coming off today, the put debit spread, which I've already recorded that one, and our 14 DTE hedge. Those are just coming off today, expiring. And here's what we're sitting on. So we're sitting on a 112 that we modeled into a 111 by selling off half of the naked puts for winners. It's at 88%, almost 89%. We'll most likely be taking these naked puts off next week. We're sitting on a 111 adjusted here. We're up nicely, getting close to taking the naked puts off. We've got an old hedge sitting here, which does what hedges do, and that's just lose money. Here's our long-term 112 adjusted. We had 6 contracts, and now we adjusted it to 3 to turn it into a 111 from a 112. We're sitting at 76% still on those, so we could take those off for a winner. But debit spread, okay, so from an old XL112, again, the XL112 was where I got beat up the most. So most of those naked puts all got called away, and I didn't want to reestablish and go bananas on those. We'll get the money back. It's all good. All right, and then part of our 531 hedge is still cooking here. Another 111 trade. It's in great shape. It's only 16 days into trade on the naked puts. Put debit spread from an old XL112. Old 111 with a new naked put on it. It's up 60%. That thing's in great shape. We've got our naked put, 120-day naked put here. That thing's up nicely. Another long-term 111 with a new naked put on it. That's up 74%. So a lot of these things could come due. We could really have a banner month in the month of September. We'll see what happens. Right? An old XL111 that we've slowly been unwinding here. We did not close this one during Volmageddon. This thing's up nicely. We're just letting this thing continue to work. Okay. And another PDS. Again, these XL112s, there was no reason to have this many of these trades on. It was a spec trade. It was an experiment. And I didn't really have them hedged because I was hedging for my long-term 112, which was my main core trade. So this is where I got all beat up from. But the 111s, 112s, those hung in there with the hedge we had. So I like where we are. And then this is the new one. It's only been on for 9 days. We're up 20%. So overall, pretty good on ES. Sitting here on gold, we've got a 111 trade left on. This is at 90-some%. So we could probably take this thing off next week. So we'll book a winner there. We've got a copper put credit spread that's up 24% in 2 days. We've got 2 put credit spreads in RTY. One's up 34%, one's up 1%. So these are sitting nicely in here. And then on the 10-year note, we've got a put credit spread that's flat. And then we've got another longer dated put credit spread that's down a little bit. And then we've also got a naked put that's down just a little bit. It's early in the trades. These have only been on for a couple days. Bill sitting perfectly on Bill. We have MicroStrategy in here giving us a little crypto exposure. And really this trade is a put credit spread as well. So in fact, I could probably put this on. This is a 56 DTE. And it is a put credit spread. Okay, so put credit spread is sitting here on MicroStrategy is down a couple of hundred, down $100, not a big deal. And then we're sitting on TLT here. This is a free leap put that we have on here. And sorry, free leap call. Okay, so this is the long leg of a free leap call. We're going to let this thing keep working until we eventually put on the short, same expiration, same number of contracts. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep selling some credit spreads against it. So I'm going to keep selling some covered calls on it, not credit spreads, covered calls on it. And this covered call is already up $220 in 2 days on TLT. So perfect setup to sell the covered calls. We're generating some cash while we're waiting to generate even more cash down here. So there's where we are overall on that account. Hope this was helpful to you. I'm not going to keep you guys long because, again, it's a holiday weekend for you, but goodbye, August. Nice knowing you. It's my birthday month, and it was not the greatest birthday present that I've had. However, I want to say the best thing that has come out of it is I am a better trader, a smarter trader, a safer trader than I was 30 days ago. Okay. And I've been doing this a long time, and I got a whole lot better in 30 days. Okay. Well, so I can't wait to see how that translates. We got a lot of great trades working. I'm excited for September. I think it's going to be a banner month in September. We've got great new things coming for you. I'll be sharing more of my poor man's covered calls trade, more of the put credit spread trades, more of the 111 or 11X trades. We're going to share more of the different hedging styles. We got so much cool stuff going on, not only in this channel, but in the Discord. I'm excited where we are. I know we got some great new cool ideas and some great things members are doing as well. All right, if you found this video valuable, again, give me the like button down below, hit that, and we'll see you. Enjoy a great Labor Day weekend, folks. We'll see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.